Ash and Celestia.
Cool. All right, gentlemen.
We'll figure it out later.
Here we go. We're going to be getting into this. My God, it's 50 minutes after the start time, and we're finally starting. This is what it feels like to work for the fucking government. I would know. Twilight is dead. I'm your host, the narrator, Twoat Sponge, or Ave. I love doing this. I love you guys. Thank you so much. It's like I'm streaming right now, even though I'm not.
Look behind you.
Let's stream it. We'll make money off of this.
Oh God, it's the portal. And I just see a noose just start coming down from the
but we have to
ceiling.
be careful. We say we stream, unfortunately.
Twilight is dead, and Celestia needs to go calm down her friends. This proves to be an easier task than expected. Alright, here we go. And it was Celestia's fault. What an amazing chapter name.
Alright, now we vote on Princess Luna.
A flash of light. A surge. There's the Princess Luna for this one. A flash of light. A surge of magic. A star swole spell successfully sorcered. And then emptiness. Twilight awoke to a blue sky of hazy colors and distant stars.
Where am I?
Congratulations, Twilight.
Answered Celestia, materializing from the aether.
You have died.
Twilight's brain short-circuited.
What?
Celestia continued, unimpeded.
You finally completed Star Swirl's greatest work, a spell to kill even the most stubborn of ponies.
Twilight's mouth opened and closed wordlessly.
The old wizard was tired of living, you see.
Explained Celestia.
But he couldn't just die like a normal pony. He needed something flashier. He wanted to go out with a bang, if you will.
How are you here?
Twilight finally found her voice.
Are you dead too?
Celestia tittered.
Of course not, Twilight. Us alicorns can travel between the realms of life and death without consequence.
What about my friends?
Twilight hyperventilated.
Oh, your friends. Thank you for reminding me, Twilight. If you'll excuse me, I have a friendship lesson to give.
Then she vanished, leaving Twilight's final question to the void.
Why would you give me a spell to kill me?
And in Twilight's heart, a seed of doubt grew.
It was for your own good. I didn't want to have to make you an alicorn.
Is she in heaven?
She's dead, essentially, yeah. The five mares and one dragon gasped in unison. Where Twilight had been, now lay an empty, charred streak of wood. Pinky broke the silence first. Pinky.
Oh, sorry, my bad. Sorry. So when are we having the Twilight's gone away to somewhere she didn't tell us party?
Every pony gave her a look.
What?
Said Pinky, completely missing the mood. Applejack sighed.
Well, I said we need to send a letter to the Princess Lickety Split and go find Twilight.
Thank you, Kermit. I love that accent. Fluttershy nodded in wordless support. Rainbow Dash flexed her wings, ready to fly. Rarity turned to Pinkie Pie.
Will I be in charge of party decor?
Every pony but Pinkie gave Rarity a look. Pinkie nodded rapidly.
Yep, and you can... Oh, wait, I think that was a Rarity line.
Well, who's...
The other one was a radio line. This is your line now. Just keep going.
No, it's still Pinky,
Yep.
I think.
And you can invite all the fancy-dancy, schmoozy, high-class ponies that you want.
Rarity nearly fainted in excitement.
All of them?
All of them!
Agreed Pinkie. Then Rarity did faint. Applejack looked at the limp white mare, slumped on the ground. She turned her gaze to her remaining supporters.
Anybody else want to join a party and bandit Twilight and Wolf?
God.
Actually,
Said Rainbow Dash.
Oh,
Kevin.
keep going.
Rainbow Dash.
Kevin.
which one? Oh, sorry. Wait, where are we at, Circle?
Right here.
when you said all the high-class ponies, did that include the Wonderbolts?
Applejack pulled her hat over her eyes.
That there was supposed to be a joke.
Mm-hmm.
Confirmed Pinky,
I'm in.
said Rainbow Dash. Applejack glared at Fluttershy, seeing where this was going.
Now don't you dare.
If you join us, we'll let you use Twilight's treehouse for your animals until she gets back.
Offered Pinky,
Oh,
whispered Fluttershy.
that sounds nice.
Applejack tossed her hat. Wait, what'd you say?
That does sound nice. I break myself.
Oh,
Oh man, you know what? Can you pause real quick? Man, I wish I
Wait,
could
can you
invite
hear
somebody.
me?
I can't pause the recording, but we can keep going.
Oh, just go ahead, try her. I don't want to interrupt.
You're good. You're good. But like, if you got a thought, it's okay.
I just wanted to say one thing because I wish I could have invited somebody on here. She's really cool. And she sounds just like Fluttershy. She could have been a perfect voice role for it.
Yeah, we typically have Rosewing, but she's not here tonight. So,
Aw.
yeah, it's a tragedy. Anyway, Applejack tossed her hat on the ground and stomped on it.
Maria.
Now, wait just a gosh darn second. Aren't y'all saying you'd rather go to some fancy schmancy party than search for your missing friend?
Rarity lifted herself from the ground, gracefully.
Rarity.
Oh, hold on. Okay, there. It was a fancy. Oh shit.
That's it.
That's your line.
It was a fancy smoozy party.
She corrected.
Do try to keep up.
Then she went back to fainting. She just pulls a couch out of the aether. Applejack's face reddened in anger.
Well,
There'll be apple pie.
Pinkie Pie interjected. Applejack instantly mellowed out.
Apples.
I gotta remember that I need to narrate sometimes. And so the five of them were in agreement. Meanwhile, Spike wailed miserably atop the patch of burned wood.
Twilight, I can't believe you're gone. You are like a mother to me.
Oh my god.
Hey, look at the bright side.
Said Pinkie.
No pony can stop you from eating too much ice cream now.
Spike raised a claw, paused, then headed directly for the fridge. Wow. Celestia teleported straight into the treehouse. Every pony stood to attention, even Rarity, who had begun to grow tired of fainting.
What happened here?
Asked Celestia with calm befitting a princess. The five mares looked at each other, the same unspoken question looming in their heads.
Well, now that Twilight's not here, I should be the one to answer.
Declared Rainbow Dash. Applejack narrowed her eyes.
actually, I'm the most level-headed one here.
Unlived.
Well,
Added Rarity.
if it were a contest of brawn, it would be one of you two. Conserving with princesses is a much softer skill.
Pinkie bounced around, saying nothing. Fluttershy walked up to Princess Celestia and said,
Twilight's gone.
Celestia smiled proudly.
I'm glad you've all come to terms with Twilight's passing so quickly.
She said,
And here, I thought you all needed a friendship lesson on dealing with the loss of a friend. But I suppose we may instead turn to the necessary task of divvying up Twilight's kingdom.
Rainbow Dash blinked.
Twilight has a kingdom?
No, silly.
Left Pinkie.
Twilight's kingdom isn't until next season.
Oh my gosh.
What?
Oh my god.
Regardless,
Season 3.
Continued Celestia.
I am required, by law, to give land to any pony who has saved Equestria, and Twilight has saved Equestria many, many times.
She hissed the words by law with obvious distaste. Spike returned from the kitchen, a glass bowl of ice cream in his hands.
Sweet. And
This is-
since Twilight is currently dead,
The ice cream bowl shattered on the ground.
he's dead?
Spike exclaimed.
Yes.
Answered Celestia.
Did you all not know that?
She received 6 head shakes in response. Celestia furrowed her eyebrows.
Why is no pony but Spike concerned?
Well,
Said Rainbow Dash.
if I know Twilight, she's not gonna let something silly like being dead stop her.
So true. Right on cue, an angry purple mare flashed into the room. With a flaming mane and newly grown wings. She couldn't stop it. She cackled maniacally.
Finally! You thought you could leave me for dead, did you? Thought only an alicorn could escape that hell, huh? Well, I became an alicorn, and I came back. Now I shall finally exact my revenge. Spike, is that an entire bowl of ice cream I see?
Spike's eyes shifted nervously.
No?
He lied.
The 1984 Fall Protection Act against cruel corporal punishment does not explicitly apply to drakes.
God.
Okay,
What does that
it
even
is.
mean?
It means that she's going to use the Geneva Convention as a Geneva suggestion against Spike. Confessed Spike, sobbing.
I'm sorry.
I'll deal with your punishment later.
Said Twilight. She turned to Celestia.
Right, now, I got some white pony princess ass to kick.
And then Twilight kicked Celestia's ass and saved Equestria. Again. Well done. Beautiful story.
What?
Fantastic.
Kind of applause.
My God.
That's amazing.
That's the
funny.
canon
This
ending.
season.
You know what that reminds me of?
That's how
this is
season
a
three
better
should've been.
ending.
It reminds
So
me
true.
of the
to
video.
season 3.
It reminds me, the person who wrote this, it kind of gives me vibes of the, who's the guy that animated it years ago where Rainbow's dead for most in one story? It's the guy just, hey, stay out of my shed. That's what it reminds me of.
That's Pony.Mafia. That's from
Yeah.
Hot Diggity Demon.
Yeah, that's what it reminds me of right now, the story, for some odd reason.
Yeah.
I don't know why. It just gives me that, like, kind of feeling. I don't know.
Soren. Let's see.
Hey, stay out of my shed.
Fleetfoot. Various Wonder
What that
Balls.
sound was really good.
I think you type it in
All right.
Word.
Kremmy,
That
I'm
was a good
kind of
one.
thinking of giving you the role of Fleetfoot, but you already have 2 roles, so I'm thinking about it. I'm thinking.
You're talking to Kirby, right?
I remember all the characters in it.
You could give a second role of his to someone who only has one role.
That is
Unreal
true.
only has-
I don't have any now. I want
if-
Spitfire.
All right,
I
then.
want,
We have the main 6. We have the... Oh, that's right, because you were Celestia and Spike, and they're gone.
Alright, dude. Celestia died.
She's...
She got killed 2 story times in a row.
She did. Hold on, let me fix this poll. My bad. God. I guess you
feel
can
like
only...
so
You can only...
bad
You can
to
only...
say I'm gonna be a good Soren.
You can only
Yeah,
vote...
Soren Spitfire.
Okay.
wait, what?
You can only vote for one character now. So I might just have you all be various Wonder Bolts. I'm just gonna popcorn choose you.
Is there anyone? Oh, here's. Oh, okay.
So Kevin, you're still Rainbow Dash, but you can take a second character here.
I'll be Soren.
Okay.
Someone really was excited to be Soren.
So Crimmy, I am taking
Yes.
the role of... Who are you again?
Me?
Yeah, no, Crimmy. Who are the 2 roles you were again?
Was you?
You were
Now,
AJ.
have
You were
one-
AJ, and you're the other
and
one.
Fleetfoot, right?
Okay, so Crimmy, I'm taking away your
Yeah.
other role, and you are now AJ and Fleetfoot. Actually, I'm gonna write this down so I don't lose myself. So we're gonna begin with Cute Banana, who is apparently always Twilight. If Kiss isn't here, it's Cute Banana.
Twilight and Pinky. I'm Twilight and Pinky.
Twilight, Twiligate, Pinky.
Twoat Sponge.
I'm the narrator, so I'm in charge. I choose. Crimmy is AJ and Fleetfoot.
Are you taking notes?
No, I'm writing this out so I can keep track of who's who.
I'm gonna blame you.
Kevin, you are still Rainbow Dash, and you are Soren. No, you're Spitfire. Who are you again? You're Soren.
No, Soren.
Okay. Shorse.
I don't want to be Spitfire.
Shorse. What character am I giving you, Shorse?
I'm Spitfire.
There's a lot of words.
Okay, Shorse.
Oh yeah, you know what?
Shorse to Spitfire.
I'm gonna post this in the chat and see if I still got that meme. I posted a meme earlier in a comment on that. Speaking of, hang on, where is it? I can find it.
Shorse is. Oh my goodness, you are Spitfire. And the other role that I took from Crimmy, if you want that one. What was it? What role did I take from Crimmy? Fluttershy. Yeah.
Yeah, here it is. Okay. Alright, here, check out this meme.
So, Shorse, you are now Fluttershy. How do you feel about that? Yeah.
You guys see it?
Oh, y'all ain't ready.
Unlived. I gotta remember your freaking roles.
Unless rare.
You're
I
Rarity.
was Rarity.
So you were Rarity. Alright. Okay, so we have Twilight, Pinky, AJ, Fleetfoot, Rainbow Dash, Soren, Spitfire, Fluttershy. We have Twilight, Pinky, AJ, Fluttershy, and we need a Rarity, and we need a Rarity. Unlived, you are Rarity still.
Raise.
That has not changed for you.
I
might make you-
I'm jealous. I'm honestly jealous of it. That is a really good Trixie. Can you post it? Can you post the full image? I want to see the full image.
Isn't every Trixie good?
The
So true.
troops, yeah, I can post the full image in Tony.
Thank you.
Where is
Get one.
No, the Guatemalan is going.
That's a shame.
Goodbye, senor.
We'll miss you, sir. It was good to have you here.
Adios,
Ow.
senor.
Adios.
Oh, you gotta go. See you, man.
If I can find the Trixie.
Oh, that's a good one. Oh, okay. We all know that Zephyr Breeze and Rainbow Dash is wrong. We all know it's wrong.
Oh yeah.
Wrong to
Yeah.
the core.
We just know it's
I
wrong.
think it's hilarious.
It is hilarious, personally.
Here's
But it's
the thing,
wrong.
You were a real one if you preferred,
Another
if you
tornado.
wanted Soren to get together with Dash.
You know what?
I wanted
Oh,
Coles.
yeah.
I want
all
so
the
true.
It feels like he wanted to, like even
It's-
you know.
Make sure it's Twilight. Okay.
Coles Dash is server doctrine. That's
All right.
official.
OCX canon
I will do, I will.
is true.
All right.
You're allowed to have OCX canon is true. It's confirmed by the writers.
Wait, which one's true?
OCX canon.
OCX?
Vortex Luna.
Source
OC
6 Luna.
who?
OCXX. What?
Canon.
I'm not
More
tracking on the
OC.
acronym.
Like,
Your, my OC is can.
Personal care and
Oh.
You know, shipped with a canon character.
Ah. True.
Okay?
Did y'all
so-
see the Instagram post with what's
Weird
his
Al?
name, yeah, Weird Al, yeah.
Yeah, that was fun. That was a good one.
Yeah, I saw that. That
Oh,
was
yeah.
I guess his old friend. I'm like, it's technically canon because they're married.
All right.
Might be over.
Why is she
He's
just a
older,
friend? I know.
Yeah,
Did
he's
you
Gentlemen.
Like divorce her?
All right.
Yeah.
That's your wife, weirdo.
So true. But we need to carry on here.
They got a kid though.
So true.
Yeah.
Well, we need to carry on here.
Al.
Yeah, we gotta keep it
We
We
rolling.
gotta
Oh,
keep
yeah.
rolling.
The story.
All right, Cute Banana, you are Twilight and Pinky. Crimby, you are AJ and Fleetfoot. Kevin, you are Rainbow Dash and Soren. Shorts, you are Spitfire and Fluttershy. Unlived, you are Rarity, and every other character that will appear. Unlived, you're gonna have to. You have no choice but to do a different voice for every other secondary character that you voice. That's
fine.
mandatory.
That's fine with me.
Okay, let's see. Spitfire, Soren, main 6. Spitfire, Soren. Fleetfoot, main 6. Okay.
Very
The best thing is for every pony to remember their characters.
Okay, cool, awesome, brilliant. Here we go. It's in here somewhere. Let me see if I can find it.
Don't ever stress the Twilight. Calm down.
It's for story
Don't go
time.
Twilight,
I don't know if I threw it in here, but I'll find out if I did.
I can literally hear you scrolling on your mouse.
I should probably turn that off. Did I not?
No, we're
throw it in
gonna.
there?
I'm just gonna let you guys know. We're gonna start issuing Coalmine
Reading
citizenship
Rainbow.
tests, and if you don't pass them, you're kicked.
So true. I hope I get one. I know it's not guaranteed if I get one, but I hope I do.
Oh yeah. I don't know if anybody told me to talk to Flutter Chad, but
I thought I was already.
I did end up talking to Flutter Chad.
Well, you see, we're actually redoing some stuff.
Well, I'll know if I'm still here.
Well, keep it in. You should be fine. You'll pass.
Okay. Yay.
I don't know about you, Aventicus.
Oh. Never mind. Very well.
I'm looking at these questions here. I think you'll do okay.
Who do you
Oh,
think
no.
is least likely to pass? Who do you think is least likely to pass?
Definitely Kevin, for sure.
Well, Kevin's new. He's very
Just
new.
because he's a new gen.
He's very new.
New gen.
That's all it
These
is.
new affiliates, they don't
We'll
know
see.
shit.
You might pass. You never know.
What kind of test do I have to pass?
The Coalmine citizenship test. We haven't decided on the essay question yet, so that's why it's not final yet.
Oh my goodness, an essay question. This is. Have you ever played a Clone Wars RP server on Gmod, Shores?
No.
I don't have a PC.
Any sort of Gmod RP thing where you want to go in RP and join the ranks of somebody, they require you to provide an essay for membership.
Yeah.
And I've seen it happen before, and it's funny.
Well, it's not too long, so
Okay.
you should be all right.
All right,
It's only 350 words.
that's not bad. That's easy. I can write that in 15 minutes.
Kermit, you looked at the rough draft of the test, right?
Hold on. I
Did
saw
you-
the first rough draft. But I know that y'all changed it.
Well, we didn't final.
The
Did
last
you look at the
question,
PDF I sent? It's not actually
Send
any
it
different
again.
yet. I'll just DM it to you.
Oh, I did look at that. Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
All right, gentlemen, we have to carry on. We are losing the minutes. So this is Records of an Academy Disaster. And the characters are as follows: Keep Bananas, Twilight, and Pinky, just to verify. Crimmy, AJ Fleetfoot, Kevin, Rainbow Dash Soren, Shore, Spitfire, Fluttershy, Unlived Rarity, and various Wonderbolts. There are no new cadets being trained. The big annual Wonderbolts party extravaganza isn't until this weekend, and Spitfire will only be away from the Academy for 3 days. Fleetfoot is definitely ready for this responsibility, except she's not. Some pony is totally getting fired. Chapter 1. Don't screw this up. Well, that's a neat little thing. The royal princesses, Celestia and Luna, do hereby command the presence of Spitfire, captain of the Wonderbolts, and an attendant of her choosing in Canterlot evening next. I can't read that.
We request that neither Blaze nor
Surprise?
accompany the captain.
That's funny. Sergeant Surprise, would you mind explaining why Princess Luna specifically forbade me bringing you or Blaze to Canterlot with me? It better not have anything to do with that dragon alert a while back. I seem to recall being assured that the situation was handled professionally. Captain Spitfire. Actually, that was Spitfire. My bad. Who wants to read that one? It's a letter, but...
This is,
It's fine.
Unlived.
You've already read it.
You know, we'll just get through it. I'm just going to read the letters until we get to the beginning. Captain Spitfire, ma'am, our response to the dragon alert was totally professional. It's just that, well, reports of the dragon's size made it sound like the creature was about as big as a house. It was way bigger than a house, and we kind of panicked a little bit and went for the kill and failed miserably and barely escaped with our lives. I might have over-exaggerated a bit on our valor and bravery. Pretty much the only triumphant part of the entire ordeal was when we flew off into the sunset. I'm not actually sure what stopped the dragon. Princess Luna probably thinks we're incompetent. Surprise.
Hey, like 80% of the story is this.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
All right. Thank you for warning me. Okay. Let's walk it back a little bit.
As I was trying to say, the last story is when the actual word, or the last chapter.
Okay, then thank you for letting me know. I wish you had told me that sooner. Spitfire, go ahead. I interrupted you. I'm so sorry.
Alright, let me just like rip a cig or something.
Alright, let's see.
Sergeant Surprise. Princess Luna would be correct. Also, quit using purple stationery for official correspondence. All of your reports are winding up in my fan mailbox because they look like party invitations.
Who's tight ship? Oh, it's the various Wonderbolts. That's you, Unlived.
Yep, that's me. Spitfire, the 8th Reserve Squadron will arrive at the Academy for advanced training at 500 hours tomorrow morning. Please note that this is 30 minutes later than usual, and encourage your stand-in captain to make up for lost time. I hope you aren't considering Misty Fly for the position. As the official schedule master, it is my duty to inform you that all viable train tickets to Tannerline have sold out. Given current flying conditions, you can reach the city on time if you departed 2 hours ago. Please contact me in advance if it looks like you'll miss the wing fling.
Tight ship. This is Spitfire.
I'm taking Soren with me, so we'll have to run practice and make sure the academy doesn't burn to the ground.
Spitfire pauses to toss another folder into... wow. Spitfire tosses... Good God. Spitfire pauses to toss another folder onto the pile of paper adorning her desk, then continues rooting through the file cabinet.
Frankly, I'd be more comfortable with leaving him in charge. But some bakery apparently just opened up a new branch in Canterlot, and he pouted until I agreed to bring him.
Kicking the drawer shut, Spitfire turns around to survey her office. Agenda with timetable for the next 3 days? Check. Dossiers and medical histories, emergency contacts, etc. of every opponent currently at the Academy? Check. Nonplussed Fleetfoot, complete with sunglasses? Check. Perfect. Now she just needs...
Soren!
Soren!
Why did both of you shout?
I think that was a Spitfire.
That was Spitfire.
Yeah, that was just Spitfire.
A blue maned stallion pokes his head through the doorway.
Ready when you are, Cap. Oh, hey, Fleetfoot. Excited for your big debut as some pony with actual responsibility?
He wags his eyebrows. Fleetfoot scoffs.
Please. You want no responsibility if Tinder Green's into a cookie and hit you in the face with it. Soren.
Oh, ha! That stallion can't fake to save his life. Has Supreme Leader briefed you yet?
Spitfire trots to the door, saddlebags fastened over her flight suit.
I'm getting to it. Come on, Fleet. Most of what you need to know is somewhere in that stack of paperwork, but I'll brief you on the way down.
Brace yourselves.
Soren mutters. Spitfire takes off down the hall, talking a mile a minute and leaving Fleetfoot and Soren scrambling to catch up.
Time for pre-flight 2. Batch Clip keeps the reserves on a pretty tight schedule, so they should be out of your main, but keep an eye on lightning streak and high winds. They keep saying they weren't the ones who has the 3rd and 5th squadrons, but some of the ponies been getting packages from Cheese Sandwich's Joke Emporium.
This is really what you have to put up with every time it leaves?
Fleetfoot asks, raising her voice over the stream of instructions rapidly issuing from the captain's mouth. Soren laughs.
Nah, I think it's just you. Oh, and she has no idea why the princess summoned her. Maybe it's a stealth.
This is
or something.
Yeah.
I doubt it.
Soren shrugs.
If anything's cool, I'll tell you when we get back. You know what? Or you kind of do want to listen to. I'm sorry. Hang on. You kind of do want to listen to Spitfire, though. I talked her into letting you take charge, so unofficially, it's my fault if you blow anything up.
Fleetfoot tunes back into responsibility radio, right as Spitfire transitions into a broadcast on joint practice sessions. Fleetfoot.
Oh, does she ever think about anything other than team? Sheesh.
Spitfire certainly doesn't appear to have thought about pausing for breath.
Throw the squadrons together if you wanna. It's not a bad way to build morale. Let the reserve flyers try out some of the routines, then mix up the teams and have a competition or something. I don't care. Just don't let a bunch of rookies outperform you, or I'll give them your uniform and promote you to a desk job at headquarters.
Damn. Fleetfoot.
A promotion would be nice. You got it, boss.
Also, don't place Misty Fly in any sort of leadership position.
Spitfire continues.
I mean it. You were off running errands the last time we made that mistake, but she... Huh?
In the dying light of the courtyard, half shrouded in shadows, stand 2 royal guard stallions, a silver chariot harnessed behind their unmoving forms. Fleetfoot snorts.
They must have heard you. They must have heard you were bringing Soren. getting to catch up this time week. Spits.
Gosh, Fleet.
Soren says with mock sincerity.
It's a good thing promotions are based off flight ability and not humor, because then you'd be. Oh, sorry. You actually are the lowest rank on the team.
Damn.
Hey, not cool. Spits, give him a demerit or 20. I feel victimized.
You'll live.
The captain says curtly.
Soren, you know better. Now get your flank into the chariot.
Fleet.
Yes, Soren. Maybe you should ask the chariot drivers for flying lessons while you're at it. You know, since the princesses think you can't handle flying to cancel a lot.
Soren flaps his tail in Fleetfoot's face as he walks past her. Damn, sassy.
We'll see who's laughing tomorrow when I've got croissants and you're eating oats.
Fleetfoot, for a second there I thought it said eating ass, and I lost my mind. Fleetfoot rolls her eyes, grinning,
Sick.
as she turns to Spitfire.
Gosh, sounds like somebody's got all planned out. Have fun.
Spitfire is in her personal space. Gah, instantly. Jabbing a golden hoof into Fleet's chest.
Oh, there will be no fun. Not for me, and definitely not for you.
Ooh, she's using her scary captain voice, which usually means some pony's either done something stupid, like forgetting which way is left and which way is right during a routine, or something suicidal, like accidentally calling her sir. Fleetfoot isn't sure which category she's unwittingly placed herself into, but judging by the lack of lasers shooting out of Spitfire's eyes, suggesting the presence of fun is roughly on par with logging rapid fire in the armory on inspection day and forgetting about him. Wow. Fleet? I'm giving you a chance... Oh, my bad. I'm so sorry.
I'm giving you a chance to prove yourself here, Fleet. If this academy isn't still functioning flawlessly when I get back, I swear to Celestia, you'll fly laps until your feathers cry, and then you'll use the tears to scrub the bathroom floors.
Spitfire turns around and joins Soren in the chariot, who waves cheerily at Fleetfoot. Thorin.
Oh, don't burn the place to the ground while I'm gone.
He calls, as if. Fleetfoot heads back through the quiet halls of the academy, the chariot a distant speck against the horizon. She grins to herself as she trots into the captain's office and plops down into Spitfire's chair. This is the opportunity she's been anticipating for months, if not years. It's showtime. This is great. This is fun. We're having a good time. All right, I'll read this. 3 days until Wing Fling. EUP 3rd Division, REA the Wonderbolts, 8th Squadron, India Reserves, April Showers, Cloud Chaser, Flitter, High Note, Jet, Midnight Strike, Pizzelle, Rainbow Dash, Sunburst, Stormbreaker. Oh, look, it's our girl. Overseeing Officer...
Sunburst.
Sunburst? Wait, what?
Sunburst is in there.
Wait a minute.
That's not the first time.
I didn't catch that.
Damn.
I wonder if
Wow.
this was written before he even came to the show.
No, this has got it. Maybe.
It's
Wait,
him.
what
No,
date was the special?
Hold on. Actually,
Wait, can you look up the date when this?
no. I
was
put the date by the story when I was putting it in the chat. 2015. So yeah, this is before
Okay.
Sunburst.
This is before the show. Had the worst
Wait.
character in it.
Shut your
Crazy.
mouth. I will find you.
Oh, don't you dare!
Sure.
say that.
Relax. Relax, I'm talking about...
Don't.
Yeah,
Never
clearly.
mind. Never mind.
Clearly.
You know what?
Yeah.
You know,
I'll just let you guys believe I was talking about Glimmer.
Maybe
I didn't even
Sunburst
think about
should be
that.
Twilight.
Anyway,
My turn.
Yep.
Hey, Fast Clip. You and Whiplash are going to take care of the reserves training program thing, right? I can't find a schedule for it. I hope you have a copy of what they're supposed to be doing. I mean, all you normally do anyway is full Spitfire round, so pretend she's there and just get to it. If you need help, just grab one of the other bolts. Blaze looks a lot like Spit. If you want authenticity, seek something in uniform usually makes the newbie straighten up. Just don't bother me. I've got a lot to do for this weekend. This wing fling is going to be intense.
All right. This is also Fleetfoot.
Mr. and Mrs. King, by the authority of the Wonderbolts in the Royal Russian Air Force, I hereby requisition your best dessert chef for the foreseeable future. He should report to the Wonderbolt Academy at 5:15 this evening. Transportation has been arranged. This pony will have the opportunity to serve his country in the dessertless time of need and may earn the eternal gratitude of an entire division of the EUP if he is able to reach the Academy Chef Tender Greens how to bake by Saturday. Enclosed, you will find a train ticket. Should this baker prove successful, I'll sell the Academy's gold-plated statue of the Commander Hurricane and send you the profits.
My goodness. It takes 4 hours to get there? Wow. It still
Apparently.
baffles me, like how traveling works in Equestria. I still don't think the show has ever like really nailed it down.
I
Yeah.
think it's a really big place.
Yeah. This is you, Unlived.
Sergeant Fleetfoot, here's the paper you ordered.
And this is from Fleetfoot.
Sir Fancy Pants, I've recently been given command over the esteemed Wonderful Academy, and it really needs sprucing up for the wing fling this weekend. Now, this party is a big deal. The performance teams, reserves, and high-ranking members of the EUP will be attending, so the decorations need to be sophisticated and stylish, something that really needs to show off the importance of being a bolt. I've asked the staff for recommendations, but nobody knows any designer refined enough for what I've got in mind. You, of course, are the stallion to consult when it comes to elegance, so I was wondering if you know someone with the right skills for the job.
I like how she sends her letters with a heart. It's great. Oh goodness, I kind of want to be Fancy
Acting
Pants,
Commander.
but who wants who?
Cool, man.
Acting Commander.
Fancy
I mean, that's
pants,
who
fancy
really.
pants.
Because I want to be Fancy Pants, but if someone like really wants to take it,
Want me to do
You
it?
just do it.
You want
I'll
me to
do it. I'll get it going.
You should do a
Alright.
Dearest Miss Fleetfoot, I will gladly recommend a designer to you, and I am most flattered that you thought of me. I certainly have met my fair share of talented ponies, but I do maintain that hoity-toity knows a bit more regarding fashion than myself. Coco Palmel is an up-and-coming young mare, quiet in disposition, whose bridal way costuming is proving to be simply marvelous. However, the best will suffice for your event, yes? I've taken the liberty of writing to Rarity, a young Ponyville fashionista who possesses striking vision and superb taste. I believe you will find her to be exactly whom you are looking for, and am quite surprised that you are not already considering her for the job of overseeing the decor, given that she is friends with your trainer, Rainbow Dash. Sincerely yours, Fancy Pants. Okay, I'm good. That's
That
all I
was
wanted.
pretty good, dude.
Thank you.
Yo, fast clip. Apparently, Spitfire's promoted for Star Cadet to training instructor. I swear she could at least pretend to not play favorites. Anyway, ask Rainbow Dash about her training regimen. Have her set a team goal for the week, and then give her full reign over the reserve and performance squadrons. Help her out when needed. Go ahead and combine the practices for both groups. There's this locked door in Supreme Lord Commander's Spitfire's desk that I'm trying to open, and none of the Crescent Moon's 7,000 keys are working. Do you know what ESS stands for?
Fast clip.
Sergeant Fleetfoot, the ESS is Equestrian Secret Service, which you only have the clearance to know about due to your temporary status as Academy Commandant. Expect a visit from ESS, memory spell expert, sometime next week. Also, burn this letter.
About to get hit with some amnestics. Fast clip.
The neuralizer.
Yeah,
The neuralizer.
is really funny.
That's great. Unlived.
Sergeant Fleetfoot. Whiplash informs me that you have yet to leave Captain Spitfire's office, which means you have not yet incinerated a certain item of correspondence. One which may or may not potentially be incriminating, were my complaints with confidentially procedures ever called into question. Please make this priority. There are no disciplinary issues to report, though it should be noted that all 10 Pegasi of the 8th Squadron returned from their post-flight showers with matching coat colors. You may want to make an appointment with clarifying that Squadron Spirit Week isn't until next month.
How are
Fleetfoot.
they sending these so fast?
They're
Hey, Hyman's putting.
no. My guess is that they're just right outside the office, and every time Fleetfoot just puts it out, he just has a letter ready to go, just immediately.
I mean, damn.
These are basic messages. Hey, Highwinds, put main dye in newbie shampoo bottles. Classic. I just hope that color's temporary. because we'll all get fired if an entire squadron has lime green hair in the official wing fling photos.
So, like, I'm seeing it now. They all have orderlies, and the orderlies are just writing out their dictation, and they're just speeding back and forth. High winds.
Wait, is Dark Blue okay? They were having a sale on coat dye and lightning streak, and I still have a ton left.
Oh my goodness.
High winds. Oh, yeah, fine.
This is fantastic.
They just have letters ready to go.
Just
to each other.
I mean, damn.
they're just making all the recruits just write the letters for them.
What if they're faxing one another?
Say again.
What if they're faxing one another?
That would be really funny. I just yeah.
Probably
Like
faxing
magic
one
facts.
another.
Oh my goodness, they just each have dragons.
I was gonna say, yeah, they're probably just using Spike.
Oh yeah, that wouldn't make
Oh my
sense.
gosh.
Just abusing the guy.
All right, we're ready.
Here we go. Yeah, he's just like, he's just running back and forth just to send the letters. Fast clip.
Sergeant Fleetfoot, training instructor Rainbow Dash is requesting a promotion to Swag-tastic Sergeant of Amazingness and insists that it is necessary to her continued performance as trainer. I defer to your judgment.
Fascinating.
They gotta be using Spike to send these letters, man.
Did you say it? Grimmy?
Swear to God, this woman. Yeah, no.
Thank you. Actually, since Unlived has been taking so many of these roles, I might give it to somebody else. Didn't realize how many various Wonderbolts there would be, and how little everybody else would speak.
You didn't say he was gonna use it.
I'm sorry.
Unicorn you hired,
Oh, keep going, keep going.
the unicorn you hired, Rarity, arrived about an hour ago. I had a bit of trouble getting her to wear a cloud-walking charm bracelet. Did you know Topaz has been out of season for 3 years? But she's wearing it now, so no worries. Where am I supposed to put her? Your guest chef is already staying in the royal quarters, and this mayor really isn't going to like having to say in the barracks. Plus, she's bought at least 2 rooms full of luggage, which are currently sitting in the hall, blocking the bathroom doors. We're gonna have a crisis on our hooves in about 20 minutes.
Oh my goodness.
Rarity.
For the for the next various mayor, various Wonderbolt, I'm going to select somebody because did not realize how many various ones there would be.
Yeah, my dear God.
Fleetfoot.
Moon. Go ahead and put Rarity in the captain's suite. It's like Spitfire was using it at the moment. After she settled in, could you show her around the plateau and the Hall of Partying, or whatever it's called? She'll need to get to work right away. Wingfling's in 2 days. Tell her not to worry about a spending limit or anything, because I'm pretty sure official morale building events are covered in National Defense budget.
So true.
Also, are you sure you get all of your keys? Could you check and see if you missed one labeled Spitfire's ESS drawer of secrecy or something? I'm not going to be able to sleep until I read whatever's in it.
From Fleetfoot.
Hey Soren, I'm thinking about getting somebody to cater the wing fling. I hired a baker to come to the academy and teach the importance of sugar, but she ordered me that Greenie and I are gonna make a and it's gonna be delicious. Only it won't really be a more like a She listened to a really detailed plan involving gummies and a metric ton of sprinkles in a trebuchet.
Trebuchet.
Anyway, I'm trebuchet.
Yeah.
Basically, I'm not sure their queens will be able to cook the buffet, let alone master dessert in time for the party. Who was that mayor at the? Shoot, my screen just bugged out. Who's that mayor at the gala? You know which gala I'm talking about? The one with the pie. Speaking of pie, how's Cancel?
All right. Somebody take fast clip. That is an Unlive.
Want me to do it?
Go ahead.
Unlived's been fast clipped the whole time.
That's true, but it's just kind of. You know what?
That's his main role.
You're right. Fine. Fine.
Yeah,
Fine.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Alright. Oh shit. I just pressed escape. Okay. Sergeant Fleetfoot, Training instructor Rainbow Dash wants to know if promoting her to Super Cool General of Awesome is a more acceptable option. In other news, average half-mile lap times for both the performance and reserve squadrons have decreased by over 30 seconds.
Very nice. Yeah, I'm sorry about like that role. I didn't realize. Creamy, I should have deferred to you. I didn't realize this. I feel like I'm taken from you guys.
It's
Anyway.
fast clip. Look, if she can find a badge for whatever rank she's just made up, she can much ultimate questioning conqueror for all I care. Oh, and tell her good job on the lap times. Just keep the flowers away from the administrative building. I'm not sure why she's having them dive towards the ground at bread, but there's a flirty smudge on Spitfire's window, and I need somebody to scrub it off. Oh yeah, I hope Airmare Flitter is okay and stuff.
Oh my goodness, she nearly killed somebody. Soren.
Oh. Hey there, Fleet. Nah, Spitfire's diary is behind her signed copy of Wonder Main's training, Wonder Main's training. You're here to defy. You're here to defy gravity on the bookshelf to the right on her desk. For the love of all things delicious and wonderful, get Applejack to cater the wing fling sweet celestia. Oh wait, sorry, I'm terrible at reading.
So
Get
true.
Applejack.
What is this drawing?
Get Applejack to cater the wing fleet. Sweet Celestia, yes.
I draw a cat, but she didn't pack her stress meds. It is being a jerk. God. Captain's personal record. I can't read that. Oh my god.
Dude, oh my god.
I'll read that.
Some
Alright, I'll
wild
do my
cursive.
best.
The
My best.
Wait,
you
the
do your
shot
best.
here.
Like Soren tonight.
You doing?
If one of you can get it, go ahead, Spitfire. You
Alright.
get this.
Oh goodness gracious!
Yeah.
Can you zoom in at all? Like, can you?
I can
Yeah,
zoom in,
I
but
can.
cursive is going to remain cursive.
Well, you can probably make it a little easier.
Can I get like AI to
Personal comments got it.
I believe in you. The comments got it? At the bottom? All right.
Comments that did, yeah.
Here? No. Where?
Oh.
How far down did I have to go?
I
For
don't
some reason,
remember.
so here's a type.
There it is. There it is. There it is.
Where?
Right here.
I'm
Yeah.
not even watching your stream.
Oh my lord, Shores. It's
Okay, I got it. The sky looked like Soren tonight. Great swaths of baby blue and periwinkle stretched across the horizon, with hints of something deeper and more mysterious just barely peeking through the dark green shadows of the trees. My head still hurts from the minor concussion that the unicorn gave me, and I can't remember what the filly who saved my life looked like. I'm still so ashamed that we even needed to be saved. 3 Wonderbolts, 2 of my officers in the REA, and we still need to be saved, like infants just barely learning that flapping isn't enough to fly. I remember talking to the filly. Her voice was adorably squeaky and rough on the edges, kind of like mine is after calling commands in the atmosphere for hours. But that's it. That's all I remember about her. Crescent Moon told me she pulled off a sonic rain boom, and I didn't see it. I'm more than slightly upset. I'm disappointed. I don't know who she is, but I'm gonna find that filly again, and one day she'll be wearing blue, if I have.
Well, what do you know? I didn't realize. I like that. I like that little lore building there.
Yeah.
All right, where were we? There's that.
Mm.
Smarty Pants.
There you go.
Ooh, fancy.
Who's Smarty Pants? Headmistress of Celestia
Smarty-
School for Gifted Unicorns. Who wants to be Smarty Pants?
I know. Try.
If you want to,
know,
you haven't had
another
much to
character.
say.
Should I give it a try? I'm
If
trying
you
do it
want
in a
to,
smart-
you-
I want to do it like in a smart ass way. Maybe
But,
some- yeah.
Official. You're official. This is officialese. So feel important as you're speaking.
Okay. Miss Fleetfoot, while I appreciate your need for urgency, I am afraid that all attempts to can you zoom in a little bit? I'm sorry.
Yes.
Yeah, sorry. There. Oh, that's so much better. Okay, hang on. Sort of. Miss Fleetfoot, while I appreciate your need for urgency, I am afraid that all attempts to cast a hoof writing code. How do you say that?
Deciphering.
Deciphering spell thing upon the blue journal delivered by Mr. Wave, Jill, have resulted in catastrophic failure. It would seem that the book in question is a level 9 classified document, and as such is imbued with an extremely potent magical resistance charm. None of the spellcasters in the school have the authority to override the charm, and attempts to do so have resulted in the explosive destruction of our research facilities. I have sent the tomb of one of my former students, whose status as princess may give her the authority to perform the what is it? How do you say that?
Decrypting.
No, the decrypting spell. She should arrive at Prism Plateau Plateau shortly, hopefully with her findings. Most certainly, Smarty Pants.
Very well. Surprise. Who wants to be surprised?
Ooh.
Surprise, I want you to sound surprised. I mean, Unlived, I want you to sound surprised. All right.
Yes. Okay, I'm gonna try to do my best to sound surprised.
Yeah.
Guess what? I predicted a surprise inspection again. I know we just had a royal review last month, but I was walking along and then I suddenly wanted to iron all the wrinkles out of my pillowcase, so I hid my contraband. Hey, want to get rid of that rule about no food in the barracks? And for Zoom, Her Royal Highness, the small purple one, appeared. I sent her your way. So I hope all of your stuff is in the inspection order.
Surprise. Fleetfoot,
Oh no.
can you read this?
Twilight's here.
She's here. She's about to lay down the law.
I can read this. Just normal voice. Section 3.2.88 of the WB Man 36-2205- Codes of Conduct have been nullified. The following passage is no longer applicable. 3.2.88 The presence of food anywhere other than the mess hall is prohibited. Any Wonderbolt personnel caught in possession of foodstuff will face immediate disciplinary action. 3.2.88-1 Select officers are permitted a light snack such as coffee at their discretion. 3.2.88-2 Cupcakes do not qualify as a light snack. 3.2.88-2-1 Neither do muffins. 3.2.88-3 For a list of acceptable snack items, please speak with Captain Fire. To me.
This is genius. I like how they did this.
Yeah.
Fast clip. That'd be you, Unlived.
Derpy wouldn't make it. No muffins.
She wouldn't.
Sergeant
We need
Super Cool
Derpy.
General of Awesome Rainbow Dash requests your presence on the landing strip in 1 hour for a demonstration of the team's improvement under her coaching. Before you ask, it seems that Commander Easy Glider went through a bit of an egotistical phase for a few decades ago, and promoted herself throughout no less than 13 different ranks, including Ultimate Equestrian Overlord of Epicosity, before the Command Council took action. I was able to hide most of Easy Glider's old badges, but not until the SCGOA Rainbow Dash found the one she's currently wearing. At the moment, she's focused on this afternoon's demonstration and has not shown any inclination towards seizing command of the EUP.
Just being a silly girl. Crescent Moon.
You know, I respect it.
I do too. It's justified. To be fair. Fleetfoot. It's a various Wonderbolt. I'll just take this. Fleetfoot. I really, really like being able to have food outside the chow hall, but I remember now why Spitfire banned snacks in the first place. Every pony's been leaving food in their rooms, and there's a small army of cloud roaches taking over the barracks. Please do something. I hear the swarm coming for me. it's wild.
Yeah,
They're silver and
I
they
was
fly.
wondering why she banned it in the first place, and there's her answer.
There's our answer. It's true.
Yeah.
It's a real thing. You never take food into the barracks or to the berthings because you will attract mice and roaches. I'm not kidding. It's gross.
Cloud
And
mounds
sugar ant.
and cloud roaches.
So gross. Anyway,
All right. Fast clip. Let me know how the demonstration goes. There's a cloud roach infestation in the barracks, and I need to go pick up an emergency exterminator. Or maybe she runs a bug shelter. Whatever. You're in charge till I get back. No more promotions unless you want to write a letter of recommendation for mine. I mean,
That's how it works in the Gmod servers. This is Tender Greens, I think.
this one's funny.
Is this Tender Greens? Who was Tender Greens last time?
This is no, this is Fast Clips station, right?
No, this is not. This isn't. This
Yeah,
isn't.
It says station.
It doesn't even have a name
Scroll
thing
up.
on the bottom.
Scroll up, it's the same
check
paper.
the next letter. It has their name. Check the next letter. It has their name.
This one?
Because this is they're both. Yeah.
So
No, okay, it's Fast Clips
No.
station.
Yeah.
Right? It's
No, no,
Fast
no.
Clips station.
it's not Fast Clip though.
No, scroll up. Scroll
It's
up.
not Fast Clip.
Paper.
It's the
What do
same
you mean?
paper because it's Wonderbolt's. It's Wonderbolt's official paper.
Oh, well.
Oh.
Who
You want me to just read it?
Oh, this is Tender Greens. It's right there. Okay, this is Tender Greens.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Shorts, you want to be Tender Greens?
Uh,
You gotta
Sure.
act crazy, buddy.
sure.
If you can do this
Fleetfoot,
one.
you brilliant little upstart. I know what you all thought. I know what every pony said. Tender greens can't bake worth a bit. Tender greens baked cupcakes taste worse than celery. Well, surprise, breadheads. Tender greens just made a cake with sugar. I never thought the day would come, but here I am, covered head to hoof in sugar. Honest to Celestia, non-low-calorie sugar. That pink cavity-seeking demon of frosting you threw into my kitchen actually helped. I'll admit it. I doubted you and her and Captain Spitfire, believing you of all ponies in charge. But hot chili papers, I had made something unhealthy. So if only you could see me now, mother. So many new dishes are available.
I think she died. Oh my goodness. Who is this? I guess it could be anybody. Unlived?
I'll choose.
Yeah, make it unload.
Okay, I'll do it. Fleetfoot, Spitfire, any pony! I locked myself in the closet hall. There was an explosion and sky turned to rainbows, and then they swarmed. I hear their little feet scratching at the walls. Oh, princesses, I'm sorry. Help, help, help. Every pony's gone. Sounds like roofs collapsing. Told Misty Fly she had a pretty mane. Help!
That's Crimmy when he can't tell Fleetfoot that she has a pretty mane.
Dang
Oh.
So true.
That's me when I can't even tell Fluttershy he's got a pretty name.
So true. If I can't tell Starlight Glimmer that she's the greatest, then it'll be over for me. Anyway.
Do that anyway.
You want it to be Agent 43.
I'll do it. No, I'll select and direct. I can't take all of them.
Banana still here?
Yes. Oh my goodness, Banana. I'm so sorry, dude. You haven't had a role at all. Please take this one.
Secret agent.
You've been promoted to secret agent.
Okay, I'll read this. Give me a second. Operative 43, Greater Ponyville area. Time of incident, 1 minute and 34 seconds ago. Notes, I was minding my own business, maintaining my cover as a resident of Ponyville, when a massive explosion rocked the town, resulting in the auditory discomfort and general indignation of most of the civilians. At least 4 rainbows began to streak across the sky to the northwest of the town, originating near Prism Plateau. The rainbows in question are similar to the ones produced by EHLYL during incident YF2214. If these are the same as YF2214, we will likely need to reevaluate our entire defense plan, as previously EHLYL was considered to be the only Pegasus capable of such a feat. These are not akin to YF22-14, then we are likely under attack. I recommend the immediate activation of all nearby branches of the EUP. 43.
Agent 58. You want to be him? You want to be Agent 58?
Oh, you want me to be Agent 58 too?
If you want to talk to yourself, you want to change your voice.
Okay. Operative 43. Your entirely unnecessary recommendations have been duly noted and ignored. The ESS commends your initiative. Before I inform the director about this incident, I need you to take your field partner, Operative 35, is it, and perform a quick air survey around Prison Plateau. I am obligated to remind you that as an official of Royal Equestrian Air Force territory, Prison Plateau is a restricted airspace as per Section 5 point whatever of No One Cares, and thus you should avoid flying within 100 yards of the compound. I'm also pleased to inform you that the next time you file an incident using the incorrect form, you will face a disciplinary hearing. This is your 19th infraction, Operative. Rainbows are natural occurrences and therefore should not be reported using Form 301-6P. Strange, but not entirely unusual atmospheric incident.
Beautiful.
What an autistic agent.
It's fun. He's just neurotic, that's all. What is...
This is fast clip.
I guess this is like a telegram.
Alright. Whiplash. Please evacuate all civilians in cloud-borne structures to designate plateau safe spots. Please retrieve Sergeant Surprise SCGOA dash and the other 2 wonder boats who rain boom and examine them for injury. Sergeant Misty Fly. Please lead debris removal squad for airstrip. Ensure all personnel wear safety goggles. Salvage as much material as possible. Any street. Please manage Water Bucket Brigade to extinguish mess hall administration building fires. I will extract Crescent Moon from the barracks and return to help clear the airstrip.
Oh my goodness, this is chaos.
Oh God.
What the hell did they do?
What the hell?
I got this one.
4 of them did a rain boom and they just exploded.
It's wild. Rainbow is no longer under Pegasi control. Is this the end of weather as we know it? Are the frogs going gay? His editor-in-chief Featherweight reports. Just now, ponies of Ponyville saw a strange sight in the sky. Somewhere over the Unicorn Mountain Range, a lot of rainbows appeared without any warning or explanation. They seem to come from the same place in the mountains. Rainbow expert cheerily observes, but they aren't far enough away to be over Cloudsdale, and the arc curve of light is wrong for natural rainbows. Some residents of Ponyville wonder if the giant, humongous explosion 2 minutes ago has anything to do with the mysterious rainbows. Maybe they came from a lot of sonic rain booms. We asked Scootaloo, president of the Rainbow Dash fan club and expert on sonic rainbows, if that was possible. It can't be! Oh, that's a horrible Scootaloo voice. There's at least 4 different rainbows up there, and Rainbow Dash is the only pony who can do a rain boom. No pony else is awesome enough. You heard it here first, every pony. If these wacky rainbows aren't from rain booms, the only possible explanation is that Pegasi no longer have control over the weather. Time to panic. God. Wave chill. So, that's,
And surprise.
So what I understand is that Rainbow Dash just really enjoying her rank, got not only herself, but 3 others to rain boom with her.
Wow.
That's crazy.
It caused legitimate fucking chaos.
That's nuts.
Big balls.
So true. Wave chill. I guess that's a Various Wonderbolt.
Okay. Last clip. Dude, are you sure you want to put Misty in charge of cleanup? There's over 15 ponies in that detail, if you count the staff members. I mean, it's your call and all, but are you really, really, really sure? Yeah, Clipster. It's kind of a terrible idea. Last time, instead of working, she let us reenact the banishment of Nightmare Moon using all those stunts that the Geneva Convention outlawed, which was totally amazing, but Princess Celeste got pretty upset.
It's brilliant. High winds.
Fast clip. Misty Fly is doing historical battle reenactments again. I want a 24/7 All Academy Hall pass delivered to me in the next 20 minutes, or I'm writing the cap.
Oh my goodness. Fast clip.
Senior Master
mess up
Sergeant.
so bad?
I know. Senior Master Sergeant Misty Fly. You are expressly forbidden from using the forces under your command for any purpose other than cleaning debris from the Academy grounds. Do not presume to disregard your orders in favor of leisure activities, or so help me, Spitfire. I will court-martial your sorry flank so fast it'll break Fleetfoot's derby speed record.
Oh my goodness, this is just insane. This is you. This is you, Cute Banana. So hold on, before we keep going, I really need to keep track of this. What I need to know when it all went wrong.
Yeah.
So, Crimby, I'm going to need your help here. So, from what I understand, Fleetfoot gets in charge. She is not staying in charge. She's letting things go crazy, letting things happen, has not left the office. Allows food in the barracks that brings cloud roaches. Does not oversee Rainbow Dash training the recruits, which ends up causing in Rambooms. And now, Misty Fly, fairly high ranked, is trying to get things under control because she's been put in charge by Fastclip, by Fleetfoot or Fastclip. Was it Fastclip or was it Fleetfoot?
Fleetfoot put them in charge. Fastclip is just.
You remember the letter?
No, it was Fastclip. Fastclip put her in charge.
Fleetfoot said to put her in charge.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
By the way, all hell is breaking loose.
It's going nuts.
Literally.
All right.
All right.
There you go. Keep it in.
Catastrophe report. ESS surveillance. Reporting survivor. Operatives 43 and 36. Ground 0. Prism Plateau. Equestria's demise. Imminent. Agent of Apocalypse. Corrupted element. Magical disaster. Foreign invader. ICE. We need to call ICE.
So
Notes.
true.
Yeah.
Wonderbolt Academy is lost. Most of the compound is in ruins. The clouds surrounding the plateau are on fire.
Oh my
And
god.
unidentified groups of dark blue Pegasi are dive bombing the remains. Their attack formations look something straight out of the Lunar War accounts. We've never seen anything like it, but the effect is undeniable. The elements of harmony minus EHKND. Oh wait, kindness. Okay, whatever. Have been spotted consorting with the attackers, picking through the rubble in an attempt to find loot, likely. Equestria's primary lines of defense are broken. We have failed. The country is under attack.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my
Wait, there was
God.
something at the bottom. There was something at the bottom.
For annual tax season rebellions.
Annual tax season rebellions. U form EE45B.
Gotta get
I use
taxed.
that one a lot.
So true. I'm about to put mine in for this year.
Operative
Don't need
43.
deadline.
Yes, losing Wonderbolt Academy is a serious blow to our national security, but an attack by potentially ancient Shadowbolt-like foes should technically be reported using Form 23B. Unidentified hostiles of questionable origin, non-edible. Your disciplinary hearing is scheduled a week from now, barring the complete annihilation of Equestria. In the meantime, please report to Emergency Rendezvous Point Zeta. The director has scrambled every available unit of REA reserves and the remainder of the EUP to be deployed shortly. A missive has been dispatched to Captain Spitfire, notifying her of the current situation. Expect her presence within the hour. Agent 58.
This could be an episode.
You know, the world's ending, but you're getting punished.
It's so true. So true.
Oh,
This is Soren, yeah. This
Okay,
part's Soren.
yeah. See, what is this? And why did it come with a 13-page report demanding Spitfire launch an attack on the Academy? Did you put Misty in charge of practice or something?
This is the summons. Spitfire, Captain of the Wonderbolts, is hereby summoned to lead the Earth Unicorn Pegasus Guard into glorious battle against innumerable odds, and is accordingly granted the title of Commander, along with all rights, responsibilities, and privileges thereunto. God.
Fleetfoot? Wait, if I don't get a response in the next 30 minutes, I'm going to have to pull Spitfire out of a meeting with the princess, and all our lives are really going to suck.
Fleetfoot.
Ignore that, please. Everything is under control, I swear. Do you and Spitz maybe staying here a lot another day? Don't think that Don't you think that'd be fun?
This is God. This is-
Oh my god.
how did they not know? Is my question. Like, how did it all just go to shit so badly?
That's what I'm saying. That went so damn fast.
This is
It's
Twilight.
so bad. It's the end of the world.
I mean,
Is this
holy
Twilight?
shit.
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah,
know
this
if
is
you-
Here's what I think
this is
going on.
Twilight.
So,
All right.
okay,
Q,
I have to read all this.
Oh
Yes.
my god.
you're the guy.
Okay,
Yeah.
well, I guess it's all made up for, right? Everything.
Yeah.
I've been
Yep.
silent for like 20 minutes. Dear Princess Celestia, it's been a while since our last letter, hasn't it? Definitely long enough for the whole process to feel strange. Dear Princess Celestia, the words are achingly familiar, and yet they look so foreign upon the parchment. Perhaps it's because I've spent over 9 hours attempting to decipher the most awful mouth writing I've ever seen. My own penmanship is a balm to the eyes after that fiasco. I do finally understand why such a large proportion of your national budget is dedicated to typewriter distribution, though. It hadn't occurred to me that so much of recorded equestrian history relies on your memoirs, not due to lack of original text from the years preceding the typewriter's invention, but rather because none of the historians could read anything not written by a unicorn.
Damn.
Nevertheless,
Wow.
that is, yeah, wow. Nevertheless, my friends and I learned a valuable lesson about friendship today. One that I would like to share with you, if merely for posterity. I'm gonna get a drink real quick.
All
I'll
right.
be back to finish the rest.
No one gets to look at it. We're not spoiling it. Oh my goodness.
Oh.
This is insane. I'm so who recommended this one? Was this was Winter Solace, right? They recommended it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
originally.
Typical day in Equestria.
So true. This absolute chaos.
My god.
Beautiful,
Isn't
beautiful
this
chaos.
like the equivalent of shoot?
Okay, I'm back.
You remember the Cuban Missile Crisis?
You know what? That does seem similar. How everything just seemed to escalate to chaos. Just because somebody.
Are they about to talk about an episode on the show? Are they going to say the whole thing where Rainbow literally caused chaos? What was it? She actually went and said, "Oh, she accidentally caused a huge winter storm or something because she didn't want the thing to go into hibernation."
Yeah, that was season 5 though, so this might have been written afterward.
I had my drink.
Go ahead.
Sometimes it can seem as though my friends and I are saying goodbye and going our separate ways, though we're all doing what we love. Fluttershy is starting an animal rescue program, Pinkie Pie offers baking lessons, and Applejack is preparing to launch her new catering business, Apple Orchard Events and Catering. Combined with Rainbow Dash's promotion and the fact that Rarity is branching out into home decor, my friends and I are leading very different lives, and it's easy to think that our friendship might fade. As our jobs turn into careers, it only seems logical that our busy schedules will eventually drive us apart. We learned that this isn't necessarily the case. Even though our interests and careers are in different fields of work, they don't necessarily prevent us from seeing each other. It's surprising whom you run into when you least expect it. For example, none of us realized we were all working at the Wonderbolt Academy these past few days. We were so focused on performing our respective jobs, we might have never even ever crossed paths had it not been for Rainbow Dash's sonic rain boom. Again, did you know that if multiple Pegasi successfully break the sound barrier at the same time, mind you, within 500 yards of each other, the concussive force produced is roughly equivalent to condensing a Category 4 hurricane in just a few seconds?
God.
Grimmy, can you explain how
God.
bad that is?
That's between 130 miles an hour to 156. Usually a differential pressure of 8 millibars per mile. Sometimes, usually between 950 millibars to about 930. Sometimes 928. The heat. I'm trying to think of Andrew. I guess you can think of it as like 2 or 3 steam factories just going off all at once.
That's
God.
pretty nuts. All condensed.
So what you're saying is they just got nuked, if you will.
Pretty much. That it's an insane nuke. Yes.
Oh my goodness. That's crazy.
Like
Okay,
an
I see
ultra,
colorful-
magna.
Go on.
I lost my word of track. Keep going.
Okay. A messy, colorful, loud hurricane. This warrants further study. Just imagine the potential of weaponizing such a legendary stunt. It's so effective we might even be able to retire the laser of friendship, which I would appreciate. While alicorn eyes seem more resistant to high energy harmony rainbows, prolonged exposure to purified friendship isn't exactly kind to one's vision. Nor is it pleasant to be nearly blinded for a week afterwards. But I digress. I think that's what they're talking about is like when, you know, when like Twilight is with her friends and like the rainbow comes out and like all their eyes go white and
Oh yeah, I see what you mean. That tracks.
I think that's what they're talking about.
Oh.
Even more surprising than our unexpected reunion is how we can all work together professionally and all benefit from the interaction. For example, I've run in the numbers on the anticipated revenue for Apple Orchard events and catering, and with the Wonderbolts as official sponsors, I predict that Applejack will put Gustave Legrand's dainty delicacies deliveries out of business before the next Grand Galloping Gala, giving her a monopoly over the catering market and leaving the gala committee no choice but to hire her for the event.
Good. That
Despite
Griffin
the fact
doesn't need
that-
business anyway.
God.
Yeah, he's a griffin. Who gives a
Yeah.
shit?
Gross.
Yeah.
Can't be given.
Yeah, fuck 'em.
We're giving
Fuck that guy.
We're giving equestrian taxpayer money for the gala, and we're giving it to a griffin. Just think about that.
That's crazy.
Sounds
Why?
kind of
That's
Jewish.
crazy.
That's gonna.
So
Despite the fact
Maine-Hatton's
that-
in charge of all of us. Great.
God, no, stop. Just
I'm leading
Despite-
the revolution.
clearly, it's
Sorry,
Griffinstone.
Go.
Please, keep going.
Yeah.
Despite the fact that the kitchen they were working in was utterly destroyed, Pinkie Pie managed to teach her first student, Tender Greens, how to make a respectable cake. She received a priceless historic monument in payment, which she plans on selling to the Flim Flam assortment of amazing artifacts. With the profits, she and the cakes will begin construction of Equestria's first culinary academy. In honor of the statue, she'll advertise the school as offering a hurricane of flavors to its students. Not only will Rarity design the uniforms for both Applejack's business and Pinkie's school, but she'll consult with Fluttershy to design a brand of decorative pillows to benefit the animal shelter. Pinkie's also sponsoring her with her newfound fortune. In return, Pinkie gets tax write-offs since I'm helping Fluttershy register her animal rescue program as a 501c nonprofit organization. General Rainbow Dash, her full title is ridiculous, I'm sorry. General Rainbow Dash isn't really that great.
No, she's talking about her whole like the
Supreme
The
Commander
whole-
General of Awesomeness.
that one, yeah.
Yeah, but what about?
Is-
Oh,
Is
never mind.
coordinating a charity Wonderbolts air show with Applejack, who will again cater the event, and proceeds will go to Fluttershy's shelters. Those are plans for the future, however. In the meantime, we're combining our skills to help General Rainbow Dash and her Wonderbolt battle buddies prepare for a night they won't forget. The Grand Galloping Gala may be a dull event, but if the burning clouds and swarm of secret agents are anything to go by, this wing fling will outdo the gala in ambience alone. It's certainly given us a chance to work on our professional relationships. Pinkie Pie and a fully awake Applejack in the kitchen is a fearsome sight. I understand that I'm being very specific here, Princess, but these details are all supporting evidence for why I'm afraid I can no longer be the Princess of Friendship. I believe I am a better use to Equestria as the Princess of Networking, as my organizational skills help create and foster our mutually beneficial business relationships. For old time's sakes, I won't charge you for this consultation, but all future correspondence will need to be addressed to my secretary or risk incurring my minimum hourly rate of 3,000 bits.
Wow.
Friendship may be magic, but networking is business.
Yeah.
My Little Pony.
I
Wonder
quite
what
all this.
networking could be.
Oh my
little-
goodness.
My little tax write-off.
That's so true.
Your colleague, Twilight Sparkle.
Silence falls over the council as Princess Celestia finishes reading the letter, her throat letting out an involuntary strangled noise with the closing sentence. Spitfire standing, stone-like, in front of the presentation board, mouth agape and eyes twitching. Somewhere in the back of her mind, Celestia notes that the captain's face is a good 3 shades paler than it has any right to be. The most painful silence of the princess' centuries-long reign stretches out.
Oh, I'm back. I think
Celestia manages to choke out.
we can declare this meeting adjourned.
The princess doesn't think even Colonel Purpledart could leave her room so fast. Let's look at these missives. Right.
Oh boy, this one.
Fleetfoot.
This is all from Fleetfoot, yeah. Can you read that, Grimmy?
Yeah. Dear Princess Celestia, today I learned that I can fly 6,749 laps around the academy before my feathers cry. I also learned that there are 3 different types of fungi growing on the floor of the cadet latrines. I originally thought that that was all I learned, but it's Captain Spitfire threw the letter at my head, so apparently not. After a lot of thinking and several deafening conversations with the captain, I realized I have learned something else. Technicalities, while important, are not the most important thing to focus on when assuming responsibility, and you shouldn't base your performance as a leader on small stuff. For example, while I technically didn't burn the academy to the ground, the fire in the mess hall wasn't what I caused the structural failure of the complex, I've been assured that I won't be receiving any awards in the near future. Technically, I should be commended for doing leadership stuff like delegating tasks and taking initiative, but in reality, I should have focused less on what I could do, more what I was told to do. To be a good leader, you have to first be a good follower, and a good follower understands that captain ponies know how to do their jobs and should be listened to, because for crying out loud, Fleetfoot, I've been doing this since before you got your first promotion. I also learned that the ESS stands for Emergency Sunglass Stash, and that having to replace 50 pairs of Spitfire shades totally destroys your paycheck. Also, respecting privacy, etc., etc. The end. Taken to the sky, Fleetfoot. EUP 3rd Division, REA, 1st Squadron, the Waterbolts. Alpha Flight Performance Team.
I wonder what her rank is now, because I'm sure she got demoted. I just wish it would tell us.
Janitor.
Temporary janitor. Oh, yeah. I like how at the top it says, from the desk of the captain, it says from the corner of discipline.
Oh.
Author's note. Oh, my goodness. This is so much fun. Epilogue Party Hard. Is this it? Oh, no, we got one more. Okay.
The last one is just the transcript of all the papers.
Oh, it is? Okay.
There is one more chapter. It's the party.
Oh, yeah, that's what we're on now.
Oh, shoot.
Yeah.
Oh,
One
okay,
sec.
you're on the right one.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, goodness. One sec. Soren allows his gaze to drift around the wing fling, currently consuming all of Prism Plateau. Idle chatter weaves through the air, a chorus of laughs and conversation just barely discernible over the heavy beat thumping of the dance floor. The final rays of the setting sun cast clouds in reds and scarlets, creating an illusion of a burning sky. An illusion, Soren notes, that is greatly enhanced by the various clouds scattered around the academy that actually are on fire. Somehow the gritty tang of the smoke combines flawlessly with the various aromas drifting up from the dining area. With a graceful flap of his wings, Soren dives from his vantage point above the wreckage of the mess hall and spirals down toward the buffet. His hooves touch down gently, accompanied by a soft puff of ash. With the trained eye of a connoisseur, he examines the dishes artfully scattered across the singed tabletop. The usual party fare is present, of course. Ample horse hors d'oeuvres. Oh my goodness! Wow, hors d'oeuvres. They got me. Hors d'oeuvres, a fondue fountain, cupcakes topped with tiny cupcakes topped with fondant sculpted wonderbolt. Fondant sculpted wonderbolts, painstakingly arranged in Spitfire's favorite formation. Soren squints. The tiny fondant Fleetfoot is nowhere to be found, and while some ponies supplanted Misty Fly's cupcake with a limited edition Nightmare Moon figurine, the rest of the treats remain untouched. Soren shrugs to himself. It's not the first time Fleet's fallen out of Spitfire's good graces, and it certainly won't be the last. Ignoring the DREs wedged in between the serving platters, ready to eat desserts that are great for contributing to the desperate, apocalyptic theme of the wing fling, but not much else. Soren carefully nudges a steaming apple tart onto his plate, warily eyeing the seemingly scorched edges. That's right.
This is me?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. This isn't really burnt, is it?
He asks the pink earth pony behind the table, She bounces over, accompanied by a cheerful, albeit rumpled, Tender Greens.
Nope.
She trills, pushing Tender Greens forward.
Go on, Green Bean. Tell him about it.
With the pink mare's smiling encouragement, the Academy chef clears his throat.
Well, Lieutenant Soren, we wanted the food to go along with the theme of the night.
Are you Tender Greens?
Yeah.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Wow.
I'm sorry. It's been a lot. It's been a lot of care. I don't hate you. Don't you put words in my mouth.
We have been at this for like an hour.
Yeah, I
I
keep
know.
losing track of characters.
God.
See, this is why I want you guys to be here at 8 o'clock.
I know my roles, son.
Yeah, I'm trying to keep track of. I'm glad you know yours. I have to keep track of everybody's. Yeah, he points to the giant banner proclaiming, "The Wonderbolts, 1,000 years of protecting Equestria from destruction." Beneath the title, a partially scribbled out, mouth-written edition reads, "Boast of the time." Pinky?
My fault. At first,
The pink mare continues.
we were gonna get a dragon. Wait, sorry. I lost. We were gonna get a dragon to lightly toast all the food, but then Applejack was like, "Pinky, that'll just burn everything," and she was totally right. And so then I was like, everything's ruined, and that Wonderbolt lady looked like she was having a heart attack. But then Tender Greens here had a super brilliant idea.
The stallion gives Soren a sheepish smile.
I figured that we could make everything look singed by using
The word dies in his throat. He tries again, frowning.
We used colored
A bead of sweat trickles down his forehead.
I garnished everything with colored sugar.
He whispers. Pinky sniffs, her eyes brimming with tears.
You've come so far.
She unveganed him. She pats him on the back affectionately, then returns to her quadruple-pronged fondue rotisserie.
I'm impressed.
Soren agrees, biting down on his plate. He moves over the punch bowl where a bar pony gives him a cup filled with a sparkling golden liquid. Soren pins the drink underneath a clamped wing, then begins winding his way through the ponies grouped around various small tables. If you can even call these tables, he amends as he narrowly avoids snagging his tail on the ragged edge of the tabletop. Looking back up, he spots a lone figure seated at the edge of the designated food area. A moment later, Soren's setting his plate onto a table that looks suspiciously like a section of the kitchen wall, balanced on a hefty pile of crumbling bricks. He places his glass down carefully, then slides into the empty seat beside Fleetfoot. While the view from the table isn't as impressive as it would be from the clouds, there's something to be said for being immersed in the festivities. Soren observes the party as he lets his tart reach optimal temperatures. Across the newly cracked runway, directly next to the triple-decker, floating dance floors, a set of charged thunderheads marked the entrance to the first-ever Wonderbolt Death Course, which, from what Soren can see of it, loops around the plateau in a dangerously stormy, mercilessly winding, absolutely awesome test of talent. A steady stream of reserve and full-time Wonderbolts alike flock to the entrance. Soren turns to his teammate.
Man, Fleet.
Man, what is a man doing in this story?
Hey,
Wait, what?
What's a man?
What's a man? There's no men in Equestria.
No men in Equestria.
Man. Well, wait, hang on. Well,
You gotta substitute. You gotta find the new word. You gotta find a new word.
what do you mean I gotta find a new word?
Because there's no men in Equestria, unless you're an Anon.
Or what do I say? Give me something to say.
I believe in you. I believe in you, Kevin. You can figure it out.
You're up for that.
You're the guy, Kevin.
Let's go.
Just say damn.
Wait, alright. Damn, Fleet.
He chuckles.
I gotta give it to you. If Spitfire hadn't come back when she did, you might have gotten away with this.
He takes a bite of the apple tart. And it's good that he's sitting down because sweet mother of deliciousness, that's amazing. Savoring the gooey caramel apple goodness seeping into his soul, Soren almost doesn't hear Fleet's strangled whisper. Almost. He shakes his head slightly, just enough to clear some room for coherent thought processes to occur, and asks,
What was that, Fleetfoot?
Spitfire has my cupcake.
Is the hoarse response. Reluctantly tearing his eyes from the tart, Soren looks up and follows Fleet's haunted gaze across the sea of makeshift tables. Quickly spotting the familiar profile of their captain seated a few yards away. Directly in front of Spitfire sits the princess, Twilight Sparkle, and on a pure white plate between them is a cupcake topped with a tiny Fleetfoot, posed mid-flight. The sculpted Wonderbolt rotates every idle movement of the captain's golden hoof. Around and around.
It's my job on that plate, you know.
Fleet says, eyes glued to her spinning miniature. And around. Soren frowns.
Is that Spitfire's negotiation face?
And around. And Fleetfoot shakes her head.
Mm-hmm. It's the politician one. She doesn't move her head as much when she's negotiating.
And the captain stops the cupcake abruptly and leans forward, eyes alight with energy. She begins to speak rapidly, and though Soren's too far away to make out what's being said, he spent enough time around Spitfire to recognize the delicate calculation behind her animated features.
Does it mean? Oh, sorry.
Mm-hmm.
He's trying to sell something.
He observes. The princess begins to speak, and Spitfire dons her active listening expression. The conversation bounces back and forth, both mares barely closing their mouths before the other jumps back in with a response. And then the debate's over. Spitfire cracks a grin and leans back, her folded wings relaxing ever so slightly. The princess offers a small smile in return. Sensing the critical moment has passed, Soren treats himself to another bite of tart. Oh, yes. When his singeing taste buds cease their hymns of praise, Soren opens his eyes to see the captain trotting over, a cupcake-bearing plate gripped in her mouth. Fleetfoot whimpers. Spitfire reaches their table and sets the plate down on it, sliding the cupcake over to its non-edible counterpart.
Oh. You
The captain says, her voice deathly soft.
are a very lucky mare.
She pulls a chair and joins them, propping her elbows upon the tabletop as she massages her temples. Under the pretense of taking a drink, Soren moves his cup of cider out of her reach. Spitfire's posture has, "I don't get paid enough to deal with you idiots," written all over it. Maybe with a bit of, "This wasn't in the job description."
This is above my pay grade.
Spitfire mutters to the table. Close enough.
I had to persuade a princess of Equestria that networking isn't just professional friendship.
Oh boy.
I haven't slept in over 36 hours.
Throughout their careers, Soren has noticed three main patterns in his relationship with Spitfire. First, and foremost, is his role as his deputy, and all of the professional duties that accompany it. Second, currently relevant purpose he serves involves an uncanny impersonation of a bobblehead. Captain's tired? Soren nods. She should get some more sleep. Captain's stressed? Soren nods. Headquarters needs to chill the hay out, and those recruits are ridiculously undisciplined. Cap's having a bad hair day? Soren not. Wait a minute. Is that a not appropriate situation? I mean, on one hoof, she needs to look her best, but then again...
Soren.
Whoops. Should be nodding. Soren adopts a generic, "You're totally right" expression, and bobs his head vigorously.
You're totally right, Cap.
He says,
Oh,
Just-
wait.
"You're still going."
This is really bad timing. Coffee here is an insult to caffeine kind. Headquarters is delusional. If they think they destroyed files are going to be replaced by the next inspection, why haven't you had a vacation in over 3 years? And now, I don't think expecting the academy to remain standing is asking too much of your how do you say the last name?
Subordinates.
Subordinates.
He pauses, frowning.
I think that was everything.
Incompetence.
Spitfire prompts.
The incompetence?
Soren roars, thumping a hoof on the table for emphasis.
Really? You think that the first 2 squadrons of Wonderbolts would be capable of following the directions you gave them? But no!
Spitfire turns to the silent mare.
Yeah, Fleet. What was up with that?
I know I screwed up, okay?
Fleetfoot hisses abruptly.
You don't have to keep rubbing it in. I tried to do your job. I failed spectacularly. And you showed up right as I was trying to fix everything. Congrats. I don't have your skill set. Are you special?
She spits the last word. glaring at her cupcake. The DJ changes songs, but the cheers and whistles from the dance floor do nothing to alleviate the tension hanging over the table. Eventually, Spitfire sighs.
You did your best, Fleet. Yeah, you overstepped your boundaries. It was a lot of responsibility without a lot of preparation. And some of it was out of your control. But all of this...
She gestures at the festivities around them.
would never have happened if you hadn't had your stint as a captain. Lightning streak and high winds would probably be in every pony's manes if they weren't too busy with all these activities.
She cracks a half smile. Fleetfoot returns it, hesitantly.
So does this mean I'm off probation?
The smile vanishes.
Not a chance. However,
Spitfire gets up from her chair and stretches.
you can put your cupcake back with the rest of the team.
She turns toward the Wonderbolt death course, the familiar glint of competition smoldering in her eyes.
Now, if you'll excuse me, a certain reserve air mare's challenged me to a race for her rank. I need to put the little upstart back in her place. General, my flank.
She trots off. Silence.
In all fairness, it could have been a lot worse.
Soren offers.
She really seems to like the theme of the party.
Fleetfoot grunts.
Spitfires always thought making the wing fling a strictly formal event was redundant, since the gala is basically the same thing.
She frowns, blinking. Soren swallows a disappointingly lukewarm bite of tart, then reaches for her cider.
Really? She's never said anything about it. She wrote about
it. That's my line. She wrote about it in her diary.
Fleetfoot twists around, eyes scanning the dining area. Soren nearly drops his glass.
You could read her diary?
The princess did.
Fleet-
Spitz wrote a... I'll restart. The princess did.
Fleet murmurs.
Spitz wrote a lot about...
She abruptly freezes, wings tensing at her side.
We're being watched.
Soren frowns.
We're celebrity stunt flyers in an aviation party, Fleet.
No, not like that. I swear. That stallion was there a moment ago. But now he's staring straight at us.
She inclines her head ever so slightly to the right, where Soren spots a vaguely familiar Pegasus.
It's a party, Fleet.
A trickle of exasperation seeps into his voice.
Ponies come and go all the time. You need to relax. Get a drink or something.
If Soren didn't know better, he would say that Fleet's voice holds a hint of panic as she says.
No, it's not the first time I've seen him. He's been here all day, right there, and he's not the only one. He's just the only one sloppy enough to let us see him.
Fleet.
It's the ESS, I know it. I don't know we even had a Secret Service, and now I'm under 24/7 surveillance.
Soren laughs.
Fleet, you're being totally ridiculous.
She ignores him.
See that bush?
She whispers, eyes darting towards a seemingly innocuous rhododendron.
Secret agent. Same for that cloud.
Her ear twitches.
And that bar pony. They're watching me. I can feel it. I can't do anything or go anywhere without them watching. I couldn't even sleep last night. My coat won't stop crawling.
Her voice cracks, just a tiny bit.
They're watching me, Soren.
He shoves his glass of cider over to her.
Drink. Now.
She lifts a shaking huff and downs it in 2 desperate gulps. The glass clatters to the table as Soren places a hoof under her chin and turns his face to meet his. Green eyes lock with magenta, the latter pair growing increasingly unfocused.
Fleetfoot, I need you to listen to me. Are you paying attention?
Sure, I see a question. Huh?
Freaking drugged.
No pony is watching you.
The lieutenant states firmly.
If anyone's looking at you, it's because you're a famous stunt flyer. You've worked extremely hard to save this party from disaster, and you aren't going to let some silly conspiracy about a secret agent stress you out. They don't exist, okay?
Okay.
Is the dazed response. Wow. 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 Soren removes his hoof from her chin and picks up his final bite of pastry. Wow. What a scene. Wow. I mean, wow. Wow. I think I got a story I need to write here. I think I'm going to have a little it's going to be I'm about to get I'm about to I mean, yeah, I'm about to get cryptic with this. I love cryptic stuff. Especially conspiracies. It's fun. Anyway, Fleetfoot sits quietly for a moment longer, then shakes her head. Her mane glistens like ash in the twilight.
Feeling better?
He asks, through a mouthful of bittersweet perfection.
Phew, yeah, not sure what I was what I was worried about. This party's great. I mean, if our high and mighty commander thought I was worth the hassle, how wrong can I be?
She grins and leaps up from the table.
Thanks for the talk, Soren. You're a freaking national treasure.
She snaps her wings out and takes off, zooming toward the dance floors. A moment later, the music dies, replaced with a scratchy yell.
I kind of wish she was still drunk there.
I mean, she wasn't even drunk. She was
Wasn't
just
drunk. That was the
drunk.
memory.
yeah. That was like a
I know, but, like-
super drug.
I mean, Soren's part of the ESS.
Yeah. He's the deputy, so he's the deputy to Spitfire. He would have to
He's the
know
one
about
who
it.
Wiped her mind.
Yeah. Yeah, he would have to be part of it.
See a little pennant one.
Someone pretend to be this. Anyone, who cares?
Hey, everybody.
Keep going.
Oh. Capture the Captain begins in 10 minutes. Make sure you check the roster to see which team you're on. 8 Squadron, don't even bother. You're all shadow bullets.
Soren chuckles.
Well, that seemed to work just fine.
He says to no pony in particular.
I'll be an agent.
Right.
Why, Celestia? I thought you'd never give her the stupid potion.
The rhododendron replies.
Aren't you supposed to be reporting to your contact right now, agent?
Wow. What do you know? He really is. I should have believed you guys. Soren squints at the horizon. A small sliver of sun is barely visible.
I've got time. The meeting wasn't about anything we didn't already know, and I doubt the director wants us to sit through a 2-hour recounting of all the reasons why having an element of harmony is on the performance team is both the best and worst idea ever. I hear the service's Ponyville branch is preoccupied at the moment.
Soren stands up and flashes a grin at the agent hidden amongst the shrubbery.
Besides, I'm not under any orders to lay low. And capture the captain is about to start.
Well, that was good. That was fun. Round of applause.
That's a good story.
Great story.
That's a good
Good
story.
job, everyone.
That was so good.
It all went to shit.
That's
Sort
wild.
of screwing up a couple times, and then he kicked me out at one point and joined back. That's why I kind of choked on the line.
No, you're good.
You're good. You're good.
I tried my best with Soren, and then when it got crazy with that tense moment with Fleetfoot, I was like, oh no! I was like, I have to really act in here.
Soren.
I was trying to sound like charming as I was like talking to her. I'm like, how should
Soren foot.
I'm-
Are we?
I was gonna say.
shipping it?
I was
Soren
gonna
foot?
say that a minute ago. I was gonna say that. I swear. I was gonna say.
Did someone just say Sorenfoot?
I was gonna say that too. Yeah.
Wouldn't that just be Sorefoot? That would be the ship name, right?
Yeah,
Sorefoot.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh dear God.
I love how.
So Spitfire.
Yeah, but what happened
So
to Yeah, but what happened to Yeah,
Okay,
but I mean-
wait. Let's try and recap